Hi students, today's note on solving multi-step equations. So let's go back and look at some of the things that we did in the past. You're going to have, when you have parentheses, you must distribute before you solve the equation. So let's go back and just do a little bit of reminder on distribution. So distribution occurs when you have a number outside or a variable outside of a parentheses with more than one expression. And you can't combine the like terms inside the parentheses, which is why you distribute. That just means you're multiplying the -4 to the 3x and the -4 to the -5. So -4 times 3x is -12x. -4 times -5 is a positive 20. And that's it. All right. For B, let's do the same thing. So whenever you do this, you got to distribute first because you can't combine like terms out of the parentheses. So you have to do the multiplication aspect of it, which is distributing. So you're going to multiply and 2 to the -3x and 2 to the 8. So 2 times -3x is -6x. 2 times positive 8 is positive 16. And then I'm just going to copy these back down. You're going to get positive 4x minus 9. And now you're looking at combining like terms. So our like terms here are negative the x terms and the constants over here. And just like we did before, make sure you look at the sign in front of the number. You're looking at coefficients and signs in front of the numbers. -6 plus 4 is -2x. 16 minus 9, remember this is -9, is positive 7. And that will be your final answer for this. So you're going to need to remember these skills for what we're doing next. So when you're solving multi-step equations, the first thing you want to see is you're going to want to distribute if needed. Not all problems are going to require distribution. Some of them will. Then combine like terms on each side of the equation separately. So you're looking at the two halves. You're not combining like terms across the board. You're combining like terms on the left because you can. And sometimes you might have to check it on the right. And then solve the equation using inverse operations like you've been doing. So these are the steps that you're going to do. So let's do some practice problems now. So example 1, solve 4 times 2x minus 7 is equal to 20. So distribute first. So you're going to multiply the 4 to both of these. And you're going to get 8x. I'm going to write it in black. Okay. 8x minus 28 is equal to 20. And now there's no combining like terms on either side of it. This is as far as you can go. You're going to follow equation solving technique. So add 28. And you're going to get 8x is equal to 48. Divide 8. So x is equal to 6. You can always go back and check your solution. 4 times 2 times 6 minus 7 is equal to 20. So inside of the parentheses first, remember grouping symbols first when it comes to order of operations. So 4 times 12 minus 7 is equal to 20. 4 times 5 is equal to 20. So 20 does equal 20, so we're good. Excuse me, sorry. This has no distribution, but these are kind of problems that you had last week that I wanted to go over. So when you have something like this, a problem like this, you're always trying to see what is attached to the variable. And in this case, that fraction is a grouping symbol. You can't just subtract an s, that 7 on the numerator first because you have a denominator. So you actually kind of have to separate the numerator from the denominator. So you need to actually try to get rid of the fraction by eliminating that 7 first. You do that by multiplying 7 to both sides. And when you do that, that denominator is eliminated, and you're going to have 2x plus 7 is equal to 21. And now you're going to follow the same equation solving techniques that we've been doing. Subtract 7. 2x is equal to 14. Divide 2. So x is equal to 7. And you can always go back and check. 2 times 7 is 14 plus 7 is 21 divided by the 7 is 3. So it doesn't hurt to go back and check. What's different about this problem on the right, on example 3, is that the numerator has not been simplified. You actually have to distribute first in this problem. So you're going to have negative 6x minus 15. Why am I writing it in green? Negative 6x minus 15 all over 3 is equal to negative 11. And now we need to get rid of that fraction first because that fraction bar is a grouping mechanism. So you're going to multiply 3 to both sides and get negative 6x minus 15 is equal to negative 33. Add 15. Negative 6x is equal to negative 18. Divide the negative 6. And you're going to have x is equal to 3. So whenever you have a whole fraction bar with a division on the bottom, you want to actually eliminate, one of the first steps you should do is eliminate that fraction. So you could have switched this first step and the second step, and you could have, well, not this first step, you could have distributed second after you multiply the 3. So you could have gotten rid of the fraction first and then distributed. So that's really a personal preference. All right. Example 4. So over here, there's a lot going on here. 5x plus 3 times 3x plus 4 equals 28. So in this, you do have distribution, so distribute first. So 5x plus 9x plus 12 is equal to 28. Now combine your like terms. Always look for your like terms and combine them. So 14x plus 12 is equal to 28. So subtract 12 from both sides, and you're going to get 14x is equal to this is a decimal, but that's okay. 14x is equal to 16. Divide the 14. I'm just checking to see if I made a mistake somewhere, but it's just going to be a decimal, and that's okay. X is equal to 16 over 14 can be simplified by dividing by 2 is 8 over 7. And you can give that as a decimal or a fraction if that's something that does happen. Example 5. So this problem, again, over here does have a distribution, so let's do that first. 2x minus 2 plus 3x is equal to 3. Combine our like terms. So 5x minus 2 is equal to 3. Add the 2. 5x is equal to 5. Divide by 5. And you get x is equal to 1. Maybe you should pause the next video and try it out on your own and see the right answer. All right, so again, you're distributing first. And make sure you take that -3, that negative with that 3 when you do it. So you're going to have 4x minus 3x plus 5, not 5, 6. -3 times -2 is 6, is equal to 21. Combine our like terms. So x plus 6 is equal to 21. And in this case, our last step is just going to be subtracting 6. So x is equal to 15. And you can always go back and check your solutions if you need to. And your ELA is these 4 problems for homework. Work it out in your notebook, take a picture, and submit it. Thanks for joining me. Bye, guys. Oops.